What they do, y'all. How y'all doing out there?
Hello.
This week.
Yes.
So, yeah, we back with another one.
And another one.
And another one.
And another one.
So, what they do, try
Hey, y'all.
Jews and Aces.
Yes.
So, yeah, this week we coming with the topic about, what, intimacy? But we talking about what it is, T.
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
Yeah.
Let's talk about, yeah.
All right, let's go. Let's get it. What they do. This your boy DP.
This your girl T.
And we're the Geminis Gemz, representing for the Geminis across the world, giving our own Miami perspective.
For sure. So
you can follow us on all podcast platforms at Geminis-Gems.
Also follow us on Instagram, Geminis_Gems, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Geminis Gems.
Hey, make sure you like, follow, you comment, and you subscribe.
Yes.
And make sure when you type it in, it's Geminis with the S, Gems with a Z. And what we do, T?
Drop them gems.
Drop them gems. Okay, we back. All right. Go ahead, start it off, T.
So
set it off.
Like you said, you said the nice way.
Okay.
Of the physical intimacy.
Yes.
Right? That was the last one that we pretty much left off last week.
Right.
Because, I feel like we could have a whole session of this.
I know.
It's just.
Go a whole 3-4 hours in.
But
Foreplay.
I'm going to keep it PG. I'm going to keep it, what we need to do.
I hear you. PG-13.
PG-13.
That's what's up. Go ahead. Set it off.
Hey.
This your topic.
Hey. Why got to be my topic?
Because, T, this what you about.
Hey, we all about it,
all right,
right?
so for y'all that don't know, T used to have what I want to call a display.
Party?
Yes.
The pleasure parties?
Listen, I couldn't find the term, but the pleasure parties.
Yes.
We would link up in the hotel.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So one of my homies on C, yeah, he was saying, man, she need to bring that back.
Yes. He told you that too?
Yeah.
What?
He said
I
it.
get a lot of that still to this day.
Yeah. It was nice though.
It was nice. Right. Slowly but surely.
So what you was doing in these parties?
In them parties?
Go ahead and let the people know.
If you tardy for the party, well, I'm sure most of them know, but pleasure parties, of course, you come in with a nice goodie bag, all right? And you do your demonstration, PG style, PG-13.
Yeah.
And the ladies like, I need that.
Right.
So if it wasn't for the customers, we wouldn't be here.
Right.
So it's like people need to understand first your body.
Right.
You get it? So I know, hopefully it's not going off subject, but it's just,
it's all about sex.
You have to know who you are. So intimacy, when it comes to physical intimacy, it's not just intercourse. It doesn't work like that, especially for us women.
Of course.
All right. So as us women, hello, we are microwave. You gotta sometimes or mostly.
No, you all are not microwave.
Heat it up.
You all are ovens.
No, we're not ovens.
Yeah, y'all take y'all time to heat up.
Wait, which one takes longer to heat up?
Yeah, the oven.
It's the oven?
Yeah, okay, y'all not microwaves.
So that was my fault.
So men are microwaves.
Men are microwaves. I was trying to get to, because the ovens, I was thinking about the regular oven in the wall and then versus a conventional oven that you have like a toaster oven.
Gotcha.
I was trying to do those similarities.
No.
But let's go to the oven and then to the microwave.
Okay.
Right? So I like that. Thank you. So let me start over. Right? So us women. All right? So we're like ovens.
Yes.
We have to preheat.
Yes.
We have to get to that 350, 375, 425, and 475.
Right.
All right.
And
so
then a whole hour later.
And we still going. Right. So we ain't tired.
Right.
We're really not tired.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, those pleasure parties, hey, you bring everything. All right. So starting from beauty products all the way straight down to the dildos.
Right.
And if you don't know me by now, and hopefully you guys got a slip of me, I'm an open book.
Yes.
And it's okay to be an open book to a certain extent, but I'm still an open book.
Right.
So and I used to call myself Miss Pleasurologist.
You were.
And this were years ago, before I even saw someone else. Oh, I'm gonna be Miss Pleasurologist. I'm rolling my eyes. Like, how was Miss Pleasurologist maybe 10 plus years ago?
You were.
And I was like, it's cool because you got to get that fame, all of that. So when, the people who celebrities kind of get that fame and they're already there in that statue, and as soon as they say something, people feel like this is the first time it ever happened. I laugh at it.
Right. Because you've been on that.
I'm like, been on that, still on it, past it. But, it is what it is. But back to the physical intimacy, it's just, I feel like we all have to get to know each other on that level. So again, this is where we still have those conversations.
Right.
What you like, what you don't like.
Right.
And I feel like that's needed.
Right.
I can keep going on and on, but how do you like pleasure parties? Do men like pleasure parties?
So now I'm gonna tell y'all about these pleasure parties and what the dudes was doing, right?
What?
We were just trying to see how many females was coming there, if they was gonna be in lingerie, if they was gonna be twerking, or they were gonna put forth some action. Cause you remember you had the condoms there. The guy sat on one side, the girl sat on the other side.
Yes.
And the couples, they would rotate in the bathroom. You remember that?
Yes. It was a lot of action.
So we had to make enough noise in the room so they won't hear what's going on.
Right.
Yeah.
It
was going down at these parties.
Ooh.
But it was fun though.
It was fun.
It was fun.
All
and it was
respected.
knowledgeable, yeah.
Yes, very. That's what I was saying. You said the word knowledgeable. I said respected because it just blended.
Right.
I love it.
So there were certain let's say no, don't laugh, T.
I'm reminiscing.
I know.
Like I did all of this.
So there were different options of, let's say, pleasurable toys for the man as well as the female.
Yes.
Lubrication, things that you actually brought to the forefront, even though the guys were kind of embarrassed.
Right.
Because we really don't open ourselves up to it.
Right.
But because we felt comfortable, we were able to try some of the toys that you had for the guys.
Oh.
You remember? Because you were telling us to put our finger in something and all of that stuff.
Yes.
And
It was for the male.
I had put my pinky in there. I was jabbing. I was like, let me see if it really feels.
Yes.
I don't really want to do this, but I do it.
Try it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So just try it. It is okay. Like everyone needs to step out of their comfort zones. Like, why are we in a box?
Right.
Why are we in a box? Why do you think the industry is a multi-trillion-dollar industry?
Well, people are not in the box per se.
Right.
Let's say they're in the box in public. But in private, when they by themselves, you get what I'm saying?
I love it.
They like loose goose.
Hey, that's why the money out there.
Right.
I need to go back.
Right.
I need to go back.
Right.
Okay. We're going back.
Okay.
We're going back. I need a new name though. I can't be Miss Pleasurologist anymore because someone probably trademarked it. It's already taken. I didn't do it, so it's done.
Okay, but you're creative, so I'm not worried about the whole.
Thank you for that.
Titling yourself with a certain name. But you got that. I
appreciate
best
it.
to believe you got that.
I appreciate it.
So we need to talk about the high-natured individual. Okay. The low-natured individual.
Okay.
If a person has been abused, neglect, staying busy, I put neglect, stay busy.
All right.
Come home tired. So we got to talk about that.
We got to talk about everything.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Being affectionate, blindfolded, tied up, adding others inside of the relationship.
Okay.
Also being physically fit, going to the gym just exercising at the crib so that you can have the endurance.
Right.
Within the relationship.
That's a lot.
A lot what?
Meaning you just list like 30 different things we could talk about. And we have to do this in an hour.
It's show enough not 30 minutes, but
I said 30 items.
Yeah, it wasn't 30 items.
Oh, it felt like it.
You just try to get to it. That's what that is.
Hey, y'all see my cowgirl hat? I'm like, ride that pony, girl. This the episode.
Let me drop a gem.
I was like, not even really planning how this look, but look how God works. And I was like,
God don't have nothing to do with that. Get his name up out your mind.
It's for the hat.
I get that.
I can't put that together.
No.
Please excuse me. Please
God
do
forgive
not
her.
punish me,
Please.
you all, for saying that.
Well, you gonna get
so
punished.
let me take that away. I'm sorry. Okay, press play. So back to this hat, right? So I was like, oh, like, I don't know if everybody can see, because, you know, sometimes we on the Anchor and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But look, this hat, y'all, we gonna ride that pony.
Listen, y'all better not get tired either.
Ooh, don't get tired. Hey, breathe. We have a breathing techniques for that. You inhale. It's all that.
Man,
you gotta
listen,
be fit. You gotta
I
be
mean,
fit.
literally
boy.
2 minutes. They be like,
Hey, no. You gotta breathe. You gotta breathe. Don't even think
Don't
about it.
be a starfish.
Don't be a starfish. Hey, just let it go. Inhale, breathe, and you gotta go to the side. Sometimes, you know, us thick girls, hey, we do what we do.
Right.
Okay, I love it.
so for the high nature girl, and some women are high natured.
Okay.
But I think it's seldomly, like, it's a short variety of women that are high natured.
What is high nature for those who don't know what high nature is?
Like, you know, I don't know if I should say it or not. Like, horny all the time.
I was gonna say you want to put my face to it or something. You know, you get that word in the dictionary, Terica. Yes. I thought you was gonna say some shit like that.
Listen,
so I try to beat you to it.
I'm looking at you right through the mirror, and I'm not trying to say it right.
You know, hey,
But,
we here.
yeah,
We
TV
here.
on that, TV
And
on that.
I am on it because it's so natural. And what's the
my
word
gosh.
again?
What?
What's the word you just said?
What? High nature?
High nature.
Yeah.
Yes. High nature. It goes hand in hand. That is Terica. Yes. I love it.
T.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Can you guys hear the excitement in my voice?
I see.
Like, this
That's
is
why I want you
real.
to get to
because
it.
the thing about it is, couples, regardless if you marry or not, you need this in a relationship.
Fact.
So we always said, and a lawyer told me this, people get divorced for 2 reasons, and it go equals. Either it's money or it's sex.
Right.
Why are we struggling? So what is going on? What is going on? So tell me why people don't have this energy in their relationship when it comes to sex.
Because they may get together for the wrong reasons. Because the money could lure the person in, but the sex game may suck. You get what I'm saying? So it may be one of those, or the fact that the person is always, because like I said, men are more high natured,
Yes.
or potent when it comes down to this topic, right? So they'll always want it. Like a
Right.
man nature is to go out there and seek and destroy type stuff.
You guys don't take a break?
No. I mean, morning, noon, and night, snacks in between late nights. You feel me? Early mornings.
But what
You remember that
age?
book you read, T?
What book? I read
You
a lot.
had read the book where the girl pleasured her guy every morning.
Oh my
You remember
goodness.
you told me that?
She's married to a woman now.
Oh,
and
she
me
is?
and my best friend. Oh my goodness.
You remember that story?
Her name is Stacy Dash or Stacy Nash. Let me get that right quick.
Okay.
So it's Stacy Nash, excuse me. And I was telling my homegirl, you remember we read that book about Stacy Nash, and she said she set her alarm 30 minutes minimum or sooner before her husband alarm clock goes off because she giving him head, right? I was trying to do that when I came across, that type of relationship. I said, this don't work.
Right.
It doesn't work. No, it doesn't work, meaning
It doesn't keep him.
It doesn't keep him. This doesn't want you to come back home, if that makes sense. So, but she's married to a woman, happily married. I love it. But I was really on that.
Yeah, that's what's up. But most women don't, I would say,
Okay.
most women are not thinking to the totality of keeping their man, right? So they're not dating thinking that deep, right?
Wow.
And that type of activity should be done basically with a guy that is fully loyal, committed, and showing certain, let's say, characteristics within the relationship.
All right.
So that's why she was doing it with her husband.
Gotcha.
You get what I'm saying? So
They got a divorce though. So what happened?
probably because of a certain dynamics. Because some women, they can be great in bed, but outside of that, they are very distorted.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? They still got the baggage of the past and different things like that. So sometimes they can bring a lot of negativity. But the only positive thing is the physical attribute of the relationship.
Okay.
That's why we hit on building a healthy relationship in all aspects.
Right.
Through different lens.
Yes.
So just now going through the physical,
right,
everybody gets excited by that. You know, we all are drawn and loving the excitement that comes because of the dopamine that's released.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So we always chasing after that, especially men.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So women, they feel like, yeah, I did that, but then they don't know there's other attributes or characteristics that needs to play out as well as like as good as the physical.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So I think that's something. That's probably why that dynamic probably ended because there's a certain attitude that comes after he busts.
Right.
You feel me? And then she getting up. Well, you forgot to do this.
And she went back to being.
You get what I'm saying? And that's kind of
it's a possibility.
Right.
But
it's,
yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And sometimes it happens.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Where the guy feel like, man, shoot, I'll get that up.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Because I'd rather have more peace in my life
than
to have just to be satisfied every morning.
So what you're saying is we have to be basically each male and female, whoever you're dating, you have to have the whole package.
Right. In each person's individual way.
Exactly.
Right? Because you're not going to be perfect at all angles.
Right.
But if you're working on it, that's why I said I believe in balance.
Yes.
You have balance throughout the relationship and work on different, like I say, attributes or the characteristics within the relationship.
So
elements of the relationship.
I'm just kind of curious, and I really want to see what my future would actually be once I start and really get back into that field. Because eventually I am. It's going to happen.
Right.
And I just want to know. I wish I had a vision right now.
So I'm going to say this. A lot of people will show up.
You think a lot of people will show up?
Yeah, a lot of people show up.
Okay.
Because they'll want to be interested. They show interest in who's going to be there.
Gotcha.
You get what I'm saying? That's why all those guys came. And then your girls was like, at first they was happy because it was like me and like 2 or 3 other guys. So they could kind of dominate until the rest of the guys came.
They came at the end.
You get what I'm saying? And then the girls started getting timid and shy. And then
like
you remember you was like, girls don't be acting like that.
I was like, what? Now y'all want to act like that? And I'll be like, T, everybody ain't like you.
Right. Everybody, it wasn't as open. And even some of the guys, they was intimidated when they saw the girls and what they were saying. Because you had questions as well.
Yeah.
We were playing a game.
Yes.
So, and even for me, some of that stuff you don't want out there. Like me, I'm a very private person. So I won't tell people like how I really am in the bedroom.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? You're going to have to really experience. Yeah, you got to come close.
Right.
And then even in that, I don't give everybody the same thing.
Exactly.
So they'll be like, hold on, you do this?
Right.
Yeah, I do that.
Pretty much.
But I just ain't going to do that with you.
So how you feel like the married people are thinking if, we have some married people listening and we talk about, the physical intimacy, do you feel like, well, you could have just reserved all of that for your husband or your wife? Like what, do you feel like we need to experience before you find your spouse, or you feel like, it's okay to, it's like, what's your feedback on that?
So you really ready?
I want to know,
So I'm going to say this. Men don't want women with a high body count.
Okay.
One.
How would they know? Two.
Because you can tell when you're involved with the female.
Oh, okay.
If she taking it, the way she stroking it, you feel me? The way you get what I'm saying? Like, this girl been around. Because you'll sit up there and be like, who taught you this? Especially if you never experienced it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? To that level. Right. You get what I'm saying? Right. So you'll be like, who the rush she been bro? And then you start hearing the stories the guys tell it, bro, this girl did XYZ to me.
What?
Man, she did something out of the flick.
What? I ain't there yet. I don't know about that yet. I need to catch up.
But I'm saying this is how, guys be talking. And this is how guys can conclude too.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to just say not a high body count. We're not oblivious to the fact of women being, promiscuous.
Okay. I'm all about quality over quantity though.
Right.
But
so So when it comes down to that,
All
I think
right.
a guy would sit up there and prefer,
Okay.
somebody not as experienced because he wants to teach her as
Yes,
well.
I got
his
you.
way.
Right.
You get what I'm
His
saying?
way.
So, because in the man's mind, like, oh, you probably thinking of doing this with this guy,
Right.
your ex guy.
Right.
But no, this me.
This me.
Focus on me.
Hello.
Sit down like
Ooh,
right
Lord.
here. Shut
Ooh,
up right.
Lord. That
right,
cow.
Yeah. So
Girl, right.
you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, move the way I'm telling you to move.
Yes.
Stroke the way I'm telling
Hello.
you to. You get what I'm saying? So I
Facts.
believe in communication
Facts.
at all aspects.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? In that field.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? In that
all that
being-
field.
Yeah. You get what I'm
Yes.
saying? In that bedroom.
Right.
So now I'm gonna say this for the virgins.
Okay.
Like I told myself when I was growing up, I'm staying away from them.
Okay.
Because there's too much brain wrestling going on. You get what I'm saying? Women are hard to me. Some women, especially in that state, it's hard for them to open themselves up.
It is.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's too much work that you would have to put in.
Right.
So even being married, she's still gonna have some work to put. Like, it's too long of a time
Got
for
you.
you to get that full experience. You'll probably be wanting to move on, especially because of the
Patient.
type of like the way we move nowadays.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it's just one of those like, yo, like we at least you should have had one partner. You
Okay.
give this in or maybe two.
All right.
And y'all do it so much or whatever.
Gotcha.
However the dynamic is. But open yourself. Like, we need you open. And open meaning not afraid to try.
Gotcha.
And I guess that's what that means. So
Right.
being married, I feel like it's supposed to be a full throttle thing.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, you go all the way
exclusivity.
up.
We
Yeah.
finna let it out.
Yeah, you go all the way there. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Put the girl between the mattress
Hello.
type stuff.
Outside the house, in the parking lot,
Facts. You feel
in
me?
the
Like,
store, in the bathroom,
yeah.
the elevator,
All-
jacuzzi,
all of that,
the mall.
I believe all of that stuff should be experienced.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? Especially
Right.
if you're married.
Hello. If I can't wait to be married.
So my thing is, why are you doing it with the boyfriend that's not even committed to you, but the
Right.
guy that says he's gonna give it his all and more and die for
Right.
you? You sitting up there like, nah, I'm a good girl. No.
So I have a question. So I get what you're saying with the question, right?
Yeah.
But if you that type of, okay, I'm speaking for me. If I'm in a committed relationship with someone, I'm gonna really try to give it my all.
Okay.
But it's still a part of you know that you could do more. You
Right.
get it? So when you're in a relationship, even though you kind of giving it all, but you telling yourself, girl,
I think everybody should give a limit.
you
should
can
have a
do
limit.
more.
Right.
But does he deserve it? Yes or no? And so for me, I'm a be experienced, but just know that when the husband come into play, he could be like, what? I'm gonna be like, I've been keeping this in store for you.
Right.
You get it? So
Right. So I
get it.
believe in the levels.
Yeah, it's
in-
levels to it.
In certain
It's really
dynamics.
levels to it.
So then it goes to this. Don't do it. Don't be intimate. Right? Because you don't want to limit yourself when you express yourself.
But we're
Right?
human.
I know, but this is something that people like have to think about.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Just being abstinent.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Just not you listen,
Yes.
T, your butt be telling us you gave me challenges.
I
Let's
did it
go
twice.
for 5 years.
I did it twice.
You know, you get what I'm saying?
I was abstinent twice,
you
and
told-
nobody didn't want to get on
I
board
know.
with me.
You told me
Okay.
let's go be abstinent for 5 years. And we just got started. Like we just got started.
Because it was
Then
dangerous.
you come a couple of years later and you increase it. Let's be abstinent for 7 years. T, come on now. Let's be realistic.
So why you didn't do it with me? Why you just try it?
Because
you didn't even
I told
try
you.
it.
I told
You
you.
didn't even do 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. You didn't give me
I-
no duration. You just didn't do it at all.
I probably did.
I didn't know.
You get what I'm saying?
I didn't know.
I probably had like what they call it, a drought.
Oh, I didn't know.
You get what I'm saying?
This
Some
the
men
first
goes
time.
through droughts, but
I
my
didn't
drought
know.
probably wasn't as long as
my
that.
my 11 months.
Right.
12 months,
Right.
at least lasted a year. That was the longest I was like abstinent. I was like, at least
That's
give
what's
yourself a year.
That's what's up.
And
see, women can do that. Women has the
Okay.
have the pleasure to do things like that.
All right.
You get what I'm saying? Men don't, because
Okay.
our options are very limited.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Women have access to sex. You get what I'm saying? They give men access to sex. That's
Right.
it.
Right,
You get what I'm
right,
saying? But with men, they have to walk around and try to, do this and do that just to get the girl's attention.
Okay.
So sex, when it comes by, it just be
Right.
like, man, I gotta get it in. You feel me?
Gotcha.
Like, let me do that.
Let me do that.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah, I wasn't ready to step up to that abstinence.
But now
plate.
that we adults now, right? We're adults.
Here you go with the foolishness. Go ahead.
We're
T.
adults, right? Don't seem like you disappointed. I ain't even say nothing yet.
'Cause I
But
know
your
what you
body
finna
language felt like you finna be disappointed about what I'm about to say. Okay, so back,
Go ahead,
right?
T.
So, damn it, they be forget what the hell I was finna say.
You was talking about abstinence.
Okay, no, I was finna get the hell off of abstinence.
So where you wanna
I
go
wanted
with
to
this?
talk about fun, because we talk about still building those healthy relationships, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do couples basically have these discussions like, how often do you want it? How do you like it? Where do you like it? How many people needs to be involved? Like, what are the needed questions when it comes to?
You asked some
Sex.
good questions.
All right.
That's a good question.
So let's go back to the building them healthy relationships.
So that's why I said something about the high nature and the low nature.
All right.
So most women are low natured because of whatever reason, right?
Okay.
So a guy is mostly high natured.
Gotcha.
So asking that question, it should be put on the table.
Right.
Before we even get involved with each other,
Yes.
how are you?
Yes.
Hey, do you want it morning, noon, and night? Or can you provide at least 3 days out of the week?
Gotcha.
You get what I'm saying? And it depends on how long the guy lasts. So some girls, some guys, they may last, let's say, 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Or 3 hours.
And some guys, right.
Yeah.
They can last a long time.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So
Right.
it depends. And I had to learn, like, if you last a long time, they're only going to want to have sex one time that day.
Negative.
I'm saying.
Okay, I get you.
Because they got other things to do
I got you.
throughout the day.
You're right.
And they're tired.
Right. You're
So
right.
they just like, listen, man.
Hey.
If it ain't early in the morning and late at night,
it's,
if it's in the middle of the day and y'all
Yeah.
going, I had to learn that. So me trying to have it back to back to back,
Right.
it can't happen.
You have responsibilities.
Right. You get what I'm saying? So, but if you were, let's say you didn't last that long,
Okay.
you get what I'm saying? Then you may be able to have it 3 or 4. You may catch like 3 or 4 nuts throughout the day
because you
get what
come
I'm saying?
fast.
Because you right.
Yeah, I got
so
you.
it depends on the guy.
Right.
So how often depends on, like I say, if the person high nature, low
Right.
nature, if the person comes quick or not. Most women, it takes a long time for them to even get aroused.
Okay.
So I had to learn, like,
Right.
dang, man, we got to do a lot of foreplay. And I just
Yes.
couldn't understand it.
Yes.
Because I feel like attraction should stimulate.
But it's not the only activation.
Right. And I
got
had
you.
to understand that.
Right.
And that's coming from, women I've been involved with, and them just showing me,
Right.
like, yeah, you can't just,
right.
you feel me?
Because they had a crazy day or whatever could be going on, period.
So
I get
what
it.
I do is, or what I said I'm going to start doing is, before I even start,
Okay.
get your mind in here.
Okay.
You
Get your
what I'm
mind
saying?
in there.
Right. Yeah.
I like that.
Focus on me.
Right.
Do I have to blindfold
Right.
you? You get what I'm saying? Tie you up type stuff. In order for you to stay focused
Yes.
here.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And then it should be a quick interaction or whatever.
Right.
But if you're not focused, I feel like we're not going to get there.
So I read this article or a book. It was years ago. This man, I never experienced this, but I want to one day. He said he took his wife out. They went out on a date, and he said, "I'm not going to touch you tonight, but I want you to still have an orgasm by the conversation I give you, by the way I treat you, about every single all the outings." And he was like, "We're not going home until you have an orgasm, and I'm not touching you." I said, "Holy shit."
Right.
Where they do that at, DP?
I don't know. Because that's not reality.
But he was trying to get to
I
her
get
what
it.
he was saying to her mental state.
Right. And
do you think that's possible?
do I think yes? Because I've heard women say, I need you to penetrate my mind.
That's what it was.
You get what I'm saying? I need you to mentally, but then
Okay.
you say that, but then don't tell how that can be possible. So a man has to do a lot of figuring things out. It's too much of a puzzle dealing with a woman because maybe her emotions may be everywhere. Not all women though.
I got you.
You get what I'm saying? So, but with men, they are more physical. So they're stimulated by you walking out, smelling sweet, looking good, the curves, the the lips, whatever
Right.
it may, the hair. You get what I'm saying? Whatever
Gotcha.
it is that attract. Some guys they love legs. Some guys love feet. Some girls they love hands. Some guys love breasts. They love butt.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? They love the thin waist. They love different attributes of a woman,
Right.
and it just it gets them there. Like if
Instantly.
if you press up on the guy,
Right.
he just
He
man.
He ready.
You feel me? Because
Yes.
that's what attracts. So women,
Right.
you gotta kind of play with their mind a little bit.
Gotcha.
So that's why I believe in the different methods of when you walk through my door, shut up. Just
Right.
hit her with it right there
Shut
because
up.
I didn't even expect you to do that. You get what I'm saying?
Hey, us women love stuff like that.
and act like you giving a kiss, but then I missed the kiss and I kiss you on the neck. Just trying to be creative.
I love that.
You get what I'm saying? And not saying I'm like I done mastered it,
I
but I
got
have
you.
to I have to think about these
Yes.
things. How can I play with her mind to
get her there? Listen, somebody said, so what time you coming over?
see? So that's what I'm saying. You gotta hit her with a haymaker.
I was like,
You get what I'm saying? And then I did learn this, man.
Okay.
Men have to be more aggressive.
yes.
And I didn't know this.
Did I say that? Thank you. You finally understand. Yes.
Men can't fold okay, do you want to?
What?
No, you be like, no, come here.
Listen.
Bend over.
Yes,
you feel me?
us women, we want you
real
guys
quick.
to control.
Yeah, I didn't.
We don't want to
Because certain guys want to be gentlemen.
It's the
But
wrong
why
time.
be gentleman to a thought?
Right.
A thoughtian.
What? I wasn't ready for that.
I know.
What?
I know.
I'm speaking over.
And watch this. Watch
What?
this. Why show respect to the inward thoughtian of a woman
Wow.
when she wants to be slutted out?
But what about the wife? What the wife wants?
Is exactly what I'm saying.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? And I believe being a wife, you should be on a totally different level
It's
of thoughts.
many levels. I'm
Right.
so many personalities in one.
What I'm saying is,
Okay.
right. So with your different personalities,
Right.
I should be able to hit this one this day.
Yes,
Get
yes,
one that day. You get what I'm saying?
yes,
Outside,
yes.
it should be that person.
Yes, I
You get
can't
what I'm
tell you
saying?
all my business.
No, but I'm saying
But yes.
in
Yes,
those different
I love
dynamics,
it.
this stuff should be taking place.
And I told my best friend this recently,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, I'm not going to give too much information,
Yeah.
but I told her strictly, I said, don't stop being the girlfriend.
Facts.
It was her and her husband. They had small conversation.
Right.
But I'm listening and I'm like, I don't want to intervene, but I said, you don't stop being his girlfriend. And he gave me that look. He didn't even know what to say. And I just kept minding my business.
Right.
But us women need to understand before the I do.
Mm-hmm.
You guys were, you loved us, or it was another level. Like, why did you propose to me?
Right.
So before a wife, you was the girlfriend, then you become the woman, all of the synonyms, whatever you want to say. But because you say I do, ladies, don't lose her. She still needs to be at your storefront. The wife roles are still there, but I think some women get to that position, to that wife role, and then the girlfriend kind of fade away.
Right. And I think men do the same thing.
Okay.
They get more lackadaisical in their husband role.
Okay.
That's when they become more obese.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? They do less around the house.
Got
Those
you.
things it took to get her, we end up stop doing it. And I believe in keep dating.
Thank you.
Like I told you with my grandparents,
Right.
they kept dating every
Yes,
Friday.
yes.
And I believe even when the physical began to take a back seat to their
Right.
relationship,
Got you.
they even gotten closer.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? Because they had to be intimate in a different way.
Right. When you take sex away out of the relationship, what else do you have?
Right. You asking or
I'm asking.
That's the question.
But it's the question.
Gotcha.
Not to say I'm asking, but it's the question. So if you do take if you take sex out of your relationship, what else do you have?
Right. And then you have to figure that out.
You have to figure it out.
Right. And as you begin to figure those things out, you'll begin to notice like, yo, I really don't like you.
Yeah.
It was just a sexual thing from the get-go.
Say it's like COVID. COVID came, everybody had to stop. Now you realize, God damn, I don't like this mother effer.
Yep.
So you take away sex.
Facts.
It's the same feeling, but different, So I'm just trying to get y'all there. But yes, I love it. Okay, what else?
I don't know if I should go here, but I'm gonna go here a little bit.
All right.
Just to briefly talk about it.
Okay.
Because it has to be put on the table.
All right.
Being abused, women, right, and also men, but men is very small.
Okay.
And men kind of overcome certain things.
Yes.
Let's say because we have to fight through so much.
I understand.
But for women,
right,
being abused or going through a trauma. I believe that if it's, especially by it being sexual, there needs to be some type of attention given to it. Meaning that the guy is aware that this thing has happened to you.
Yes.
That's why you may act funny.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Or you may not want him to touch you on Tuesday because that's when it happens.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So you have to let the guy kind of in your world and get some help.
I agree.
Get some help so you can overcome it, because life is not about keep putting yourself in trauma. Right. Life is about having fun, enjoying it, learning new things. We have to do the paradigm shift. So with the abuse, to take my time with it and briefly take my time with it, you have to pay attention to it. You have to acknowledge it. You have to overcome it. Because those things that happened to you when you were young, it's not happening anymore.
It won't.
You overcame it. So get through it and follow through. So
I'll be open about this topic because I'm an overcomer, so I'm going to tell you my testimony, and then boom, we get back to it. But to add to that, I was victimized of basically what you're saying. So I was in this relationship past ago, right? And he basically tried to beat my ass because I didn't want to give him oral sex, and it is what it is, right? Boom. And I'm just like, wow. Like, I got my ass whooped, choked, because I did not want to give you oral sex. And so in the midst of it, you still give the oral sex. So for anyone who probably has been abused, who's probably still feeling that trauma is a part of you, Miss T wants you to know, and speaking to anyone who's listening, or you want to share this with anyone, like, you're not alone. Right. And just to know that does not make you, or it's not going to break you also.
Exactly.
Okay? So God will pull you through. So that mental state is also important. And so again, if you have that trauma, like DP said, and you want to talk to your significant other, your spouse, you need to have that conversation, because so he can know. If you don't tell him, he's going to be like, is it me? Right. Now it's the unknowing, and we all are human. Right. When we just don't know, it's finna mess with us mentally. Yep. So it's okay to get the counseling. You have to get that mental state back where you need to, because it's real. So when you overcome it, guess what? You become who you are. You smiling again, your love life, your social life, your kids, everyone's going to see it. So why not shine, in life, versus, oh my gosh, I went through that trauma. Listen, Miss T went through some shit in her life, but it could not break me. And I was like, you know why? Because number one, I already had kids. Well, I had a daughter at the time, and I saw her keep smiling. I was like, you know what? Let me keep smiling. How can I get that back? So along with that, my child helped me get my life back. Both of my kids saved my life twice without even knowing. So you understand? So I just wanted to talk to those victims. It can be male victims, like you said too, but especially to the women, because I've been there. If I have not experienced it, T won't talk about it. Period. So by me experiencing some shit, and y'all I don't know how people might see me, but listen, we all have a story.
Right.
But I want you all to know, guess what? You're able to overcome that.
I like that.
Hello.
Hey, drop a gem for that.
All right.
So I want to also add to that. There are many women too.
All right.
That are walking around and have survived it. So you can also look at different testimonies as well as T's, her bringing it to the forefront. But I had to tell someone, listen, there's other women probably in your family that endured that. And you can see that they're strong women. So that just shows you that even though you may not know, but you kind of know because they say certain things when other people come around and you can kind of pin it together, So understand that you can overcome it. And I just wanted to put that because I had to tell her, like, listen, you probably wasn't the only one in your family that went through it.
Right.
And you have to see how they overcame so you can overcome.
Gotcha.
And move on with life.
I have a question.
Yeah,
it's
ahead.
outside of this.
Yep.
Do you feel that some people, like, hey, we only should have sex to make a baby?
Now, there are, like Jews.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the Orthodox Jews, they don't have sex for pleasure. They believe in procreating. That's one of their beliefs.
So can you educate me more? Meaning, so after the baby is conceived, they're not
They
doing
probably,
it no
most
more?
likely. Yep, that's what I heard.
That they are or they're not?
The Orthodox Jews, the rabbis, and because of their position and their belief system, that's how they operate. They only believe in procreating, and that's it. So anything outside of, because they're very methodical when it comes down to how they live their life. So they're not going to indulge in certain pleasures that the world has to offer because they set their life aside to live a certain way.
All right.
So they'll definitely try to, let's say, live it throughout their life that way.
Gotcha.
You get what I'm saying? So yeah, it's people that's out there that don't pleasure themselves at all. You get what I'm saying? They only know that this is used for that, and that's it. You get what I'm saying? Well, that's how they feel.
That's how they feel.
But that's what they do. That's how they live their life.
Right.
Me?
Hey, we out there.
I
Enjoy your life.
Man. Right. I don't know about that. Go ahead.
It's just the Exotica was here recently.
Okay.
And I went to Exotica.
I know you did.
This one was not in Fort Lauderdale. They had it on Miami, down south in Miami, somewhere, Miami Airport.
Okay.
When I mean that was amazing. Okay, so my homegirls came over.
Was on one.
Listen, my homegirls came over. If you know T, you know for the pregame. Just figure it out what that means to you. Okay, so for the pregame, and so we get outside. We realize who in the hell is driving. I'm not driving. I'm not
Uber.
So I said, guess what? Uber. They was like, bet. So guess what? We drove down there. We pre-gaming in the car some more because we ain't driving. I was like, my type of girls. Listen, we finna party. If you gonna hang with T, you better get ready to party. True. All right. So we got to it's Exotica, right? When I mean a new pair of goggles is on, we like, number one, where to start. Number two is everybody here. Right. It don't matter how your body shape is. Yep. It don't matter about your height, your size. Listen, it's basically if you got a penis and a vajayjay, you are welcome. Right. That was the only entry ticket that you needed. Right. And I'm looking like, That's why
I said what I said. A lot of people indulge themselves into that. This aspect, a lot of people involve themselves with that.
Right.
And like I say, long as it ain't in the forefront.
Right.
Because I've heard of parties.
What?
You get what I'm saying? Where some things
parties
go down. But you have to know people.
You have to get the invitation.
Right.
You have to get the invitation.
Yeah, it's certain codes, it's certain lingo that goes with this stuff.
So I'm finna tell on myself when we on this topic.
Go ahead.
I got a freaking text message. I don't know how far back, and I wish I can bring it up. But basically, somebody has my number, right? And it was a private invitation to what we're talking about. And I'm going to find and send it to you whenever I can. But guess what? You think I went? I was like, hell no, because I didn't know this is a trap. I haven't been out there in that industry for I don't know how many years ago now. So I took it at it was a trap.
So you got an invitation. I actually seen it.
You seen it?
Right. What happened in the because of the person that was there.
Gotcha.
And the person I was connected to, they was able to show me what like goes down.
Gotcha. Wah, wah, wah.
So here we go with the affection.
All right, the affection.
Oh, also neglect. Don't neglect your partners.
Right.
If you ain't interested, let them know and move on with your life.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
If it ain't hitting the right spot, don't prolong their time.
Don't waste it.
You get what I'm saying? Like, don't play with people's feelings.
Right.
I believe, listen, if I ain't knocking it down right,
Hello.
you know, a thrashing right or whatever,
Right.
let me know. You feel me?
I
Like,
gotcha.
and then I'll be able to, you know, move on with my life. And I'll
Hey,
find
yo.
somebody that'll love it.
I was trying.
You feel me? I know.
Hard.
I
It
know.
wasn't there.
Yeah,
but
so
I get it.
then how you
Okay.
feel about that?
Feel about what?
Just being honest. If the person ain't hitting it right or doing it right,
That's
or,
why you have communication and honesty. And I think you just need that period for whatever dynamic in your relationship. Communicate in honesty. And guess what? If you're someone like me and you still need more, you better to voice it. I still need more. But like, goddamn, I still need more.
So with that, I
Yes.
like that.
Come on.
When a woman wants more,
Yes.
that's when you start adding
Adding what?
toys.
Really?
I believe that.
Oh.
Because I believe in satisfying a girl.
Okay.
And even if I couldn't get her there, I would try to, let's say, find something that will.
Do men feel any type of way if a toy needs to be added
Yeah.
to the bedroom versus a third party human being?
Yeah. They're going to feel, because they don't feel adequate. Remember, men wants to conquer, you know. And it depends on the guy. Like me, if I put in the work and you just not there, I always said something's wrong with you.
Oh, so
That's what
wait,
I
it's
conclude.
not you.
It's not me.
It's her.
It's always her.
Okay,
Because
that's your opinion,
right?
Okay,
And it is. It really is.
Okay.
I really don't even feel bad about.
And it's your opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really don't feel bad.
Okay.
Because what I always said is, like, there's other women out here. They get there.
Okay,
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like, come on.
I think everyone have different
Nigga,
tolerance or different high levels of it, right? Oh,
Again, my opinion, right? I'm gonna just go there, right? So, in my opinion,
Okay.
that something is going on.
something is going
You're
on.
not focused enough. You're worried
Okay.
about it. Hey, I may not be what you're looking for.
It's foggy in
You
that
get what I'm
mind of
saying?
hers.
You get what I'm saying?
It's
So
foggy.
you probably want to think about Sam the whole time. You get what I'm saying? So go be with
Go
Sam.
be with
And it doesn't
Sam.
matter if you got 10 or 12 girls.
So wait, so you telling me anytime you having sex, right? You don't think about nobody else. Maybe it could be a celebrity, not like you just don't think about. Never thought about nobody else.
No, because I'm not going to say I never thought about somebody else, but I'm not focused on like doing it. I'm not focused on that.
Gotcha.
I'm trying to get one in.
Hey.
And get one out. Now, and I'm not going to see, I don't psych myself out either.
Okay.
I'm not a fool. You can be with me and think about Sam. I guess that's just my guy to go to.
So that's not going through your thoughts while you in action.
It does. It does. Sometimes it does.
Why?
You get what I'm
you
saying?
got that in front of you.
What you talking about? The female or me?
The female.
I'm talking about the female, right? I'm talking about the female. So I can be intimate with the female, and she may, dang man, Sam would have did this at this time.
But you're
You get what I'm
not thinking
saying?
that she's thinking that
Yes,
is what I'm
I do.
asking.
Sometimes
so
I
as
do.
you be hitting,
Yep.
you thinking if she's thinking about hitting somebody else.
Right. And so what I do is, and what I try to do, if I remember, I try not to be too quiet. I'm a quiet person because
Okay.
I'm aggressive. I'm fully focused.
Okay.
Oh, you feel me? Like type stuff.
Okay.
But and it depends on the female, right?
All right.
So, but if I'm like thinking like she may be, wanting something else or whatever, you know what? Say my name.
Oh.
I slap.
You catch it off guard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Say my name.
All
What?
right.
Huh? What? Yeah. So you wouldn't even think about Sam no more.
Oh.
You get what I'm saying? Like I
Right.
fully rearrange your thoughts.
I like that.
You get what I'm saying?
I
like
like
I
that.
make out of the blue, make some noise.
Hello.
You get what I'm saying? Talk that talk.
What?
You get what I'm saying? Right. Yeah. And I do some stuff in the bedroom, like, and nothing too out of whack. You feel me? No crazy stuff.
I gotcha.
Especially to me.
Nothing,
like I'm doing
nothing
everything
physical,
to,
nothing painful. Let me say that. Nothing painful, right?
It gotta be pleasure pain.
Pleasure pain.
What the rub?
All right. PP. PP. And you get triple P over here. I ain't gonna say the last name, but it's a triple P.
Right,
okay.
right,
All
right.
right. That's your new name, triple P.
It gotta be pleasure play, right? So
it doesn't, but that's what you said it is.
But
I love it. Triple P. I'm calling you that for the rest of the year. So Triple P, what's up? I'm calling you that until the end of the year. Go ahead.
But it
All
has
right.
to be. It
All
has
right.
to me, it has to be done.
Okay.
Right. So there's a certain type of aggression, some type of focus that comes in it, or rearranging of thoughts.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Until she gets used to me.
Gotcha.
Until she's like, you know what? Like, yeah, you got my full attention.
Right.
Type stuff.
I gotcha.
So yeah, I'm not oblivious to, especially if the girl been around.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah, she gonna think about Sam, she gonna think about Joe, she gonna think about Samson, whatever. You get what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Or she gonna think about the star. Like I remember, like I don't even like to have sex with music with like certain artists.
Oh.
Like you can't play that dude.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
The R. Kelly.
Huh?
That's what we talk about R. Kelly. Like, don't play no more of his music. Is
No,
he
no,
an
no.
example?
No.
Oh.
For example, I was younger.
Okay.
So all the girls were like into Chris Brown.
Okay.
You know, and I will always ask a girl who's their favorite like artist.
All right.
And if it's always like Trey Songz, you know, Omarion or Chris Brown,
Okay.
I know they can kind of more physically see themselves with him.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? They ain't think about Robin Thicke.
Gotcha.
You get what I'm saying?
I got you.
They ain't thinking about Jodeci.
Right.
You feel me? But if it's closer to our age
the
range,
age bracket.
I'm sitting up there
I
like,
get you.
so turn it off.
Turn it off.
And I'm very demanding too. So turn that off and let's just hear the sound of you.
Okay.
I want to hear the what they call it?
The bones?
No.
Oh.
I want to hear the macaroni and cheese.
The macaroni
stirring.
and cheese. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what I want to hear.
Okay.
Hear yourself.
All right.
You get what I'm saying? Get into yourself. And I mostly focus on that type of stuff.
Can somebody make a song with that?
Yeah.
Live action?
Yeah.
Like,
they probably did.
Can
Like,
somebody?
you remember?
Yeah. The bed. Yeah. Hey. But I'm talking about with all the sound effects.
Yeah.
And it kind of
Music, yeah. Musicians be having stuff
But I'm not talking about
within-
no words. I'm
Oh.
talking about let all of the sound. Like, you know how you have jazz?
Yeah.
But what if you
All the
have
set
an
sounds.
industry with that? Only that. I think we just started a new business, and we
Right.
got to hurry up before somebody come take this shit.
Well, it's kind of copywritten to a certain degree.
Listen, what's copywritten? What we talking about?
Yeah. So
Creativity always happens.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
definitely.
Okay.
So with the affection, of course, kissing, rubbing,
Right.
slapping. That's what I put in.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Do what you do.
Right.
Do
Grabbing.
what you do.
And I believe in letting your partner know what you want with the affection. I
Everything.
think, like I tell women that I have dealt with, I cannot read your mind.
Right. Facts.
You get what I'm saying? Especially the
you.
girls. Women kind of know. Women will tell you, hey, listen, I like this, I like that, blah, blah, blah. They won't stop.
I'm not stop talking.
And well, I want to say this one too. Some women, boy,
Okay.
they find pleasure in pleasing their man.
Hello.
Oh man.
Hello.
But
Facts.
they do.
Yes.
They find some pleasure in pleasing their man.
Yes.
Just the thought of it
Right.
sets them off.
I got a question.
Yep.
So, do you think women give so much to other people that by the time they get to their men, do you feel that they already drained out?
So that's why I put neglect.
Okay.
That's why I put neglect.
Not trying to get us women in trouble, y'all. We still talk about healthy
Stay busy
relationship.
and come home tired because you give all your in it. But women, smart women, What they do is they prioritize.
Hello.
You get what I'm saying? Smart women prioritize.
Yes.
So what they would do, they know they have friends, they know they have family, they know they have a job, and they prioritize. They got kids. They are prioritize all of that to make sure that they give their man attention, and they will literally tell their kids. And what I'm learning too is, kids are not the most important part of your relationship.
Hello.
It's not. It's you and that person.
Right.
Because when the kids grow up and they move on with their life,
they leaving you. They leaving you.
My mom be calling me. I'll be like, Mom, you got your situation.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I have to live my life.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And that's what it is.
Yeah.
My attention is now on my, and this is even biblical. The man has to go and find the wife, right?
Right.
And then he also has to go to the family and take her from the family. These are things that men have to do. So I cannot be focused on my child. Right. I mean, of course, we know,
of course,
raising them,
of course.
But at a certain point in time, hey, food in the mic on the stove, fish your own plate. I'm going in the room. The door's gonna be closed. The music's gonna be listen, and that has to take place.
A friend of mine, right? We talked about this. Like, hey, what do you see yourself as a grandparent? Still, what we doing?
Yep. Yep.
Still what we doing. And your grandma was about that life. Y'all here too goddamn go long. And when y'all going home, Granddaddy, what you talking about? We still doing it.
Right.
I said facts.
I believe that.
I don't want to change nothing.
That last one, it just stops.
Hey, I don't want to change nothing what we got going on.
Right.
If you go start something with T, I tell people, listen, you can't just cut it off.
Right.
Especially if I like it, you just can't cut it off.
Facts.
All right.
So, just to piggyback off of it again,
all right.
You just got to continue. And then prioritize making sure that you give the majority of your attention to your mate. Yeah. Especially the person that you're being intimate with.
So, before we wrap it up, right?
Right.
So, can I talk to the ladies of like some things to consistently to do, and then you tell the men things of consistently you think we should do?
I like that.
Again, this is our opinion. So, that's how we're going to wrap it up. So I'm talking to the ladies right quick, right? So listen, I want you all to stay feeling beautiful, stay feeling sexy, because at the end of the day, it starts with us. Okay, so when you feel sexy, when you know you look good, when you know you smell good, listen, everything will come into play. All right, get them kids, get them on a schedule. Everybody needs to be on a schedule. I live by a schedule. I live by a calendar, and it works. If it didn't work, I won't be saying this. But the midst of it, when you feel good, when you look good, and when you smell good, it's something about us women that we just kind of activate. Like it's an activation that what the hell? Play your music. We love candles. Hello, Bath and Body Works. Listen, set the mood. If he doesn't set the mood, or if he does not know about your mood, it's okay for you to create that atmosphere, communicate with him, so that way he's able to help you set the mood. So again, it all would take time for everyone to really get to know each other. Keep this, be spontaneous. Like, get out of the bedroom. See what he likes, do what he likes. Even though I don't want to do this, guess what? He's going to find someone who will.
Nah, that's real.
Okay?
That right there is real.
I keep going on and on and on. But I'm trying to get to the key point. So, again, if you don't do it, he will find someone. Like DP just said, Triple P just said. All right? The men keep going. Like the Energizer button keep going. So, if you're not to where your man is pleased, it is what it is. I'm sad to say he's going to find it somewhere else. Now, on the flip side, if you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm doing everything, I've been there. So I get it. That's when you say, F your feelings, the hell with you, and you move forward. To be honest, because if you doing your best, if you giving your all, and then he can't do his part, I feel like that's when people need to make grown decisions, work it out. But if it can't be worked or fixed, I know how to turn this switch off, and I got to keep moving.
Right.
But to leave it on a positive note, again, ladies, do your part. take ownership, take accountability. Like, you know what? I can do better in X, Y, and Z. You know, get between the sheets, get all the sprays, all your smell goods, get your lingerie. If you don't, just put a bow on it, get your shoes, wear his favorite color. It is so many ways that I can get you there and for you to be activated and you getting ready for him. So it is about you, but that's what? He don't have to wait so long. Like the Triple P said, we the freaking ovens. But it's kind of do some advancement to help him out. And I just want to give a slightly feedback of when it comes to that.
Yeah, so make sure y'all comment on that.
All right.
Far as the man, right? Because we need to do better, right?
Yeah, we all can improve. So, but I'm gonna just say yes.
Right.
All right.
Because I hear this a lot. Y'all men can do better.
All right.
But in essence, women want something in return, right? Because they're maybe giving themselves. So what I put down is, of course, kiss. So when I say kiss, make sure you're kissing her on her lips, her neck, maybe her shoulders, her hands. Be mindful that she may need that to spark the next phase that may come with the foreplay. And do it sporadically. So, for example, I'm going to give you probably 2 examples. When she walked through the door, give her a kiss. Give her a hug. Caress her. Don't just, I guess, because sometimes I could be over aggressive, but just slowly grip her till you grab her tight. Let her know you got her. And that may be a mental stipulation for her. You get what I'm saying? Hey, how was your day? I got you, right? So everything going to be good. Daddy here. Whatever your terms are, right? Speak to your girl, right? Talk to her. Another example is, let's say she brushing her teeth and you walk in the bathroom or you're walking by her, kiss her on the shoulders. Just take her, or is she doing something? Just take her out of the blue. Just give her a hug, smack her on the butt, send her back her way, and you go your way. Just be, as T was saying, spontaneous with the affection, right? I put also groom yourselves, guys. Go to the barber shop. If it's not every week, every 2 weeks, make sure you smell good. Lotion yourself. Iron your clothes. If your girl like a certain look, find out what it is and then execute that look. You get what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say this: you may not have the change, the glamour, because down here is like that, right?
Right.
But just iron your clothes. Make sure you smell good. Make sure you're groomed. Even if you got gray hairs, it don't matter because you are the man, and you got to be confident within that.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? I also exercise. You may could do some push-ups. Something far as activity to build your endurance. I put foreplay. Make sure you give her the foreplay first. Now, the foreplay, in my eyes, isn't always all the time, right? So the foreplay may be, let's say if you all coordinate and say 3 times out of the week, make sure you're doing it twice. And in between time, making sure you kiss her, hug her, grip her, whatever. Like, dang, girl, you look good, compliment her. You got to just constantly work on these things. And I think that's what we need to do is, men and as people, constantly work on things until we perfect it. Right. Massage. Give her a massage. You may not be the expert. You get what I'm saying? But you can just sit up there and just massage her shoulder. You may just take out the time just to do those little things. Massage them cheeks. You like her booty? You like her breasts? Massage them things. Hey, come here.
Thank you. Yes.
Just do it. You get what I'm saying? And as you're doing, you never know. You get what I'm saying? But also open your mindset and try new things. And I say keep it up. So I guess when I put that is keep it up. Keep it up on a daily basis. Those things that you want to execute, keep it up. Meaning being consistent with your actions.
Right.
Just don't do it for 1 week and then the next 7 months you ain't do nothing. But try to practice on it. And let's say you take out 5 minutes a day in the interim every day just to exercise it, it's going to turn longer overall. And also the last thing I put was please your woman more. Find out what she likes and do it. And I guarantee you, if you sit up there, because I heard my brother say this when we did our episode.
All right.
If you try to do it more to her, you'll be surprised how much you'll get back in return. Because now you done thought of. She said, dang, man, you really took out your time to do XYZ. So the next couple of weeks, and also I learned that from the chick I talked to.
Okay.
You feel me? My girl. We were sitting up there and she was telling me, like, yo, like, try to do this because you never know. You probably do this one time this week and you don't have to do it until 4 more months from now.
Gotcha.
You get what I'm saying? And that's just an example.
Gotcha.
You get what I'm saying? So I believe in trying to please. And if you try to put these things together and execute the plan, you'll be surprised what may come out of this. And I think it's probably more to it. You need a Patreon, right? So I can get deeper and T can get deeper. But
let me go.
Right. And I like one thing you said was set the ambiance within the house, lighting the candles. And I used to do that, put rose petals on the floor. And I believe that's for a certain time period.
I got you.
You just don't do that right then and there. You kind of do that when you're married.
Right.
You know, and I always told myself, when I get married, boy, I'm going to the next level. I'm taking it there type stuff. You get what I'm saying? Not just for anniversaries. I'm not waiting for the special moment.
Just because.
You get what I'm saying? I'm going to just do it just sporadically.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? You're going to come home and whips, chains, and all that
like
stuff.
You had a bad day.
Yeah.
Let me take over.
It looks like you did.
Right. Let me turn this negative to a positive.
Hello. And that's why I believe in communicating throughout the day.
Yes.
So the man can be like, you know what? Like, I see you had a bad day, so let me just go ahead and handle that.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I'm your boy DP.
Hello.
This my girl T.
Hey y'all.
And we Gemini Gems.
Yes.
That's Geminis with the S. That's Gems with the Z. And what we do, T?
We drop them gems.
We drop them gems.
I touched the mic like it was something. I had to realize what it's not. It's just a microphone.
Okay. T. You will always go there. I love it. All right, y'all. All right.
Bye.
Yeah.